Without hearing Davette calling me back, I start running. We haven't finished looking at everything in the tube tunnel tank, but there's something more important right in front of me. Long hair that almost looks transparent, a thick blue coat, cute boots with fur on them. There was no way I could forget that outfit. That's because it was the outfit of my little sister. Nakanobi Marie, or Marie as she'll now be known, wore when she went missing here 5 years ago. The girl quickens her pace as if playing with me and disappears on the other side of the tunnel. There are hardly any people there, but I lose sight of her between the shadows of the tank and the corner. Marie, how? Why? Hey, May, wait! Breathing heavily, Davette chases after me. I say sorry and break away from her, searching for the vision of Marie. As I come out of the tunnel, I survey the area, spotting a winter skirt nearby. I chase after that swaying form. Behind me, I can hear the intensity of Davette's rushing steps and quicken my pace. Having fallen into a trance, I realise what's going on when I slam into someone and fall on my backside. She looks like that, and we're just gonna look at... That's not a normal way for someone to dress. I forgot we can't scroll back because it's in an inferior engine, but... Get someone who looked like that, we're not gonna... Whatever, especially... considering they look slightly blurred. The girl clicks her tongue as she picks up what she had dropped. As I start to say excuse me to her, she's already moving past me and running off somewhere else. Because of that brief incident, I'm unable to find my way out of my confusion. Anyway, Marie? I feel bad about the person I'd run into, causing me to feel flustered. In that exchange, I lose sight of both that long hair and that long skirt. But you were going this way, right? I'm not sure myself where I'm running to, but I think you can say I'm definitely running with all my heart. I pass between more tanks than I can remember, but I don't pay them one bit of attention. I just continue following Marie's back, running. Marie is just as bashful as she was the day she disappeared. May, get a hold of yourself! Those few words end my chase. To be more accurate, it was ended by Davette herself, who grabbed my wrist. That's not the words ending a chase then, surely. You suddenly took off and you wouldn't turn around no matter how many times I called you. Even when you dropped something you had no idea. What happened all of a sudden? Wait, David, if I can go after Marie, I'll explain everything, so hold it! I look back at David upon hearing her extremely hurt voice. I see tears forming in David's eyes and I turn my whole body to face her. I stand in silence like this for several seconds. If I tell Davette about Marie, I'm sure she will regret bringing me to Manzano-Aquarium. When she followed me, she had to have seen Marie. It's natural that she would have have some misgivings about me chasing some total stranger, but since she doesn't know Marie... Even so, I'm not sure what to say. She didn't see you chasing anyone. That would be my guess, mate. If I apologise now and play dumb, we can probably go back to playfully searching the aquarium for information. But that is not something I can do. It isn't the similarities that are the problem. Marie is here, and just as she had been on that day. There is no way I can go home without taking her with me. Mate, tell me what's wrong. Who is Marie? Why do you keep running off without saying anything? Tears are pouring out of Davette's eyes. It's a good thing they did a sad face to sort of show how sad she's looking and not just put tears over an angry face. I can't understand why she's so sad, but still, my little sister, she was here. Little sister? See, the girl I was chasing, she's my little sister. Marie disappeared 5 years ago at this aquarium. Looking at Davette's tear-stained face, I no longer feel like hiding anything. Perhaps in the depths of my consciousness, I am hoping Davette will become satisfied and say she wants to look for Marie with me. I'll explain in more detail later. On top of that, when I look back once more, Davette squeezes my hand and holds me back. This is the gentlest but strongest she's held my hand. Davette stares into my eyes, then tilts her head to the side. What do you mean you were chasing someone? See, I fucking told you. There's no one there. I told you, the little girl that was in front of me. I accidentally skipped that. Wearing the ultramarine coat and the boots, remember? That was Marie, exactly how she looked long ago. May, snap out of it. Davette shouts. It isn't simply a loud voice, but one weighed down with great sadness. It definitely gets through to me, but that doesn't mean it will stop me. Because, without a doubt, I was right. Marie had been there before my eyes, so I had to chase. let's just say that even if this Marie girl is here, she would have grown in 5 years and her clothes wouldn't be the same. It's summer, so she wouldn't be wearing a coat. Moreover, she was here, I saw her. No, May, no. May, you weren't chasing anyone. You just took off running, leaving me behind, okay? Could you just calm down for a bit? Our tickets will get us back in, so how about some cocoa in the rest area? I think you're tired since you were a little shaky earlier. Devet seems pretty frantic, so I know she isn't lying just to persuade me. But there is no way that my seeing Marie there was a lie. That's why I start to speak without really knowing what I want to say. Devet, May, okay? Wiping away her tears, Devet smiles at me. Surely she has plenty of strong feelings about this whole thing. I'm sure she has loads to say about me keeping the Marie thing and my reason for resisting visiting Mantum Aquarium quiet. I'll tell you what a problem I'm seeing, occurring the more and more I play this. This might be because I got this idea in my head early on, so this might be complete bollocks, but where it's translated across, because this is originally a JVN as mentioned earlier, where this is originally a JVN, it's sort of been translated awkwardly. So, you'll notice this, because I've said before, I speak Spanish and English fluently. So if you try and translate something directly from Spanish to English, directly, in English, it's going to look weird. There are going to be some bits which just don't sound like something someone would say. And here, a lot of this seems really long for no apparent reason, and a lot of it doesn't really sound like something a lot of people would say. I wonder if that's because they just translated it directly. I wonder. Something for the Japanese enthusiast, I assume. Even so, it seems as though Devet has accepted me. She just smiles and lets it go. That's probably right. Surely if we're by the entrance, we'll know if Marie comes out. May, that's good. That's right. That's more like you. Let's go have some cocoa and you can tell me everything. As she smiles, Devet once again takes my hand into her soft palm. Oh, that's right. You dropped this. You gotta be more careful. With the hand that isn't holding my own, she hands me something small. It's a keychain. The blue droplet shape is inlaid with stardust and also holds a starfish charm. It isn't exactly rare, being a giveaway item. But why did Devet have it? Any questions arise in my mind. Why? When that keychain was... On thinking about it, I instinctively shake off Devet's hand. Hey, what are you doing after I picked it up for you and all? Devet's voice is like an arrow piercing through me. The pain in my chest is nothing more than discomfort. What is Devet saying? This isn't mine, so I can't possibly have dropped it. And now I can't look at Devet's face. Liar. Oh my god. Really? You really think she's lying? Why would she lie? What would be the point? She didn't even know about your sister. Liar. Huh? Liar? That's not mine. It isn't something I dropped. It was Marie's. Marie dropped it. That can't be. I'm not lying. Really, there was no Marie, so she couldn't have dropped the keychain. Devet was becoming gruff as she continued. Really? Isn't it you who's lying? No one else is here. That's enough, Devet, you dummy. Saying only that, I turn my back on Devet. When I glance back, Devet's shocked expression is getting further away. She was there. Marie had definitely been there. Why can't you sit there and think, okay, well, hang on a minute, maybe none of us is lying. Maybe there's something a little more funky going here. As soon as something funky happens, they just completely disbelieve it. They're like, hang on. No, surely not. Like, how would David know? She didn't know about the little sister. Did she? Or if she did, how the fuck would she know about the keychain? What, you think she's brought that along specifically? That would just be weird. Because the keychain David had, it belonged to Marie. There was no way I forget. It was just before Marie went missing. Are we going to have a little flashback? We are, aren't we? Is it ever going to get out of this black screen? Ah, there we go. For the two of you, just this once. Upon saying that, Mum handed us each 100 yen coins. Isn't that just $1? That is just $1, isn't it? That day was a cold winter day. At the Mantum Aquarium souvenir area, the smell of construction lingered faintly in the air. There were manta and penguin stuffed animals, stationery with the logo on it, and various souvenirs. At the entrance to that souvenir stand, there were the gacha machines containing that keychain. What the fuck is a gacha machine? I don't know. I don't remember all the various types, but the star sand was packed in the plastic drops, and the charms were all modelled after fish at the aquarium. It was fairly typical for a gacha, but at that time it seemed very enticing to me. We're gonna look up, see what the hell a gacha is, because I think you're supposed to know. It's a shonen manga. Oh, great. God damn it, Google is failing me! It's a shonen manga. Okay, so it's manga. Great. But at the time, it seemed very enticing to me. It was the same for Marie, and we gazed into the gacha machine. They couldn't just call it the machine at that point. Marie was the one who would usually beg our parents at this point, but neither of us had bought a souvenir, and both of us said we wanted keychains. Since Mum couldn't be completely broken, she emphasised the one-time only bit. Yay. Marie held out both hands with glee, while I probably just smiled. I remember that inside I was just as happy. As to which of us went first, it was of course the more assertive Marie. She was always like this, a cheerful and inquisitive child. How cute, Mr. Star. I'm not saying that how it's written. That's ridiculous. No one speaks like that. She's also missing a nose. No wonder she couldn't smell out the danger. Marie... I never said that. Marie got a starfish charm keychain. At this point, Marie still didn't know the difference between a starfish and a star. How the fuck can you not know the difference between a star? The hell is wrong with you? Jesus. I was next to get one. It was a pink drop with a jellyfish charm. Ah, a jellyfish. Ah, that's one I wanted most. Marie pointed the index finger of her tiny hand. Tiny hand? She's not even that young. Oh, I was about to do the middle mouse thing and try and see what her hands look like, but... Can't I? I can't just destroy the text box. Exclaiming in a loud voice. Marie was just learning how to use first person when she mentioned herself. Instead of a normal I or me, she said it slowly. Just learning how to use first person when she... She's like 7! What? She's like... Am I missing something? Hey, big sister, trade me... No way, I want this one. Did she just do that Japanese ooh thing? Naturally, as I had already fallen in love with that design, I obstinately turned her down. Sure, obstinately, Jesus. Upon begging my mother for one more time, my mother, who warned us earlier, held her purse strings tight, leaving Marie to sulk. Fine, stupid big sister. Without listening to my mother's admonishments, she ran off. Sulking after being called stupid, I naturally didn't chase her right away. My mother, being optimistic about the aquarium's small size, also waited a while to go looking for Marie. She left because... That's the reason she ran away. Serious face. And now all I'm left with are my regrets. If only I had gone after her sooner, if only I'd traded her keychains in the first place. Even so, the past is unchanging and I am left with only my regrets to bear, so in case I could ever trade with Marie again. I've stubbornly carried around that keychain, the one with the pink droplet shape and the jellyfish charm, like a treasure. I've rummaged through my bag, seeking to feel the keychain in my hand. Huh? Why, at a time like this, had I forgotten to bring it? The keychain wasn't in the bag, nor in my pockets. Huh? A sigh naturally slipped out of my body. After all, So hang on, you had both keychains? And when we dropped it, you got angry at her for saying that it wasn't dropped. Whatever. After all, I've lost sight of Marie and strayed from Davette. Davette has the building map, so there's nothing I can do, huh? At that moment, a pungent aroma floats by and causes me to speak in surprise. You see what I mean? About there sort of being a weird translation which doesn't quite make sense, you know? A pungent aroma floats by and causes me to speak in surprise. Unable to bear the irritating stench, I pinch my nose. Still, the stench seems to twist in my nose. It's made of the smell of sewage, sulfur, and the nauseating stink of vinegar. Squish. Uh-oh. As soon as I try and get away from the smell, something soft creeps along the bottom of my foot. As I hesitantly look down, I realize the true identity of the putrid odor. It's a corpse. I'm not sure what type, but it's as big as my arm span. Oh my god, everyone, I'm so sorry. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would put that as the background noise, but we're fucking turning that off. Jesus. The body is slowly decaying and hasn't retained its original form, yet by its bulging, round eyes and slightly extended tail fin, I can just barely tell it was a fish! What? You... how decayed is it? Did you have to... whatever. I can tell right away, but it has a silhouette similar to a pirarucu. Don't know what that is. I feel like I've seen those eerie, glaring eyes characteristic of a freshwater fish. I move my foot away slowly, and a small fragment of the corpse sticks to the bottom of my shoe, on the underside of which I notice something wriggling desperately. The slight of sound of flapping wings departs from beside my ear, and I understand that the wriggling thing is an insect. Ah! So hang on a minute, you saw those two corpses and went, what could they possibly be? Well, they've decayed terribly, but I think it may be a fish. Come on, really? What else did you think they were? Dying bazookas? Come on, they're clearly fish.